I just want to say a really quick thank you to everybody who showed love on my last video. It was really, really nice reading all of the comments. Have you ever been in a position where you've told people about your plans, things that, opportunities that you're getting, or, just things like that, and then all of a sudden they go away and the opportunities don't end up working out and the plans don't end up happening, and you're kind of sitting there like, what just happened? Like, I was so sure that this was going to happen. When I'm mentoring, it's important to talk about the ego and being able to sort of keep it in check, because as a musician, this again, like everything I say, applies to much more than just being a musician. Sometimes we feel the need to kind of be like, yeah, look at this amazing thing, look at how valuable I am, for just like this tiny hit of some kind of validation. And we're just gonna say it plain and simple, because when we get these opportunities, when we get these ideas, and when we have these plans, we think about the emotional reward that they will give us. We think about what these opportunities will bring us, and we feel the need to share that. We feel the want and the urge to share that. I always like to think of it as like a slap on the wrist when I prematurely tell people things. It's like the universe is saying, like, don't be doing that. Don't do that. And I've gotten into the habit of just not telling anyone anything. In fact, I've gone pretty extreme with it. And to my benefit. And I want to talk a bit about this because it's not just about keeping your ego in check, but again, like most things that I talk about and the advice that I give, it ties back into overall well-being and happiness. I find that it's really fun to have things that are sacred to me and that are secret for me, things that I'm working on, projects that I'm working on. And sometimes I'll say something vague like, I'm working on this type of project, but nobody knows what it looks like. They don't know the aesthetics, they don't know what it sounds like, they don't know anything about it, right? Because there's this drive that I feel that pushes me when I know that what I'm doing is going to be great, and holding out until the finished product is done, until I can finally tell people about it and show them what I've been doing. I don't want to give away the skeleton of it. I find that it drains the fun, and it almost puts some kind of expectation, because sometimes people, without even trying, can hear a plan that I have. Let's say, for example, I want to do a music video on a boat, and say I tell my friend that, yeah, I've got this idea, like it's really cool, like it's a really cool idea. And then they're like, oh, well, how are you going to get the money for that? And oh, who's going to shoot it? Oh, that sounds like scary. Like, did you know that like 5% of boats just randomly like drown, sink? They randomly sink. And like, sometimes there can be like limiting beliefs that get put on it and make us second guess ourselves, as opposed to if you have this idea to do a music video on a boat, and you know, you don't tell anyone about it, and then you look into how much it is, and okay, it's, I don't know, $600. It's going to cost $600 all up. I've contacted this person, and they're going to film it, and these are the people that I want to ask to be in it. And, you know, you're proactive with executing the idea instead of just telling people about it and getting other people's opinion on it. When you know in your head that, like, this is a good idea and this is going to work and it makes sense for you and it feels aligned with you, and then you execute and you plan and you get all of your ducks in a row to do with it, you know, and then you do it, you know, and then it's like, oh wow, like, that's so cool that you did that, you know, like, wow, you know. And it's not, oh, but what about this, like, have you thought about this, like, what if this goes wrong, you know. There's no room for that because you've just taken action towards it. And you know, and then the ego's taken out of it. I mean, you could think of it as like it's a delayed gratification for your ego. But you know, the important thing that I'm trying to get across is that, like, it is important to keep your ego in check when it comes to your ideas, your plans, opportunities, because you don't want to look the opportunities in the face and say, like, what value or what are they going to bring to me, and how can I tell that to other people so that I get the reward before I even get the thing, before I even do the work, you know. It's not just that, it's also telling people about things prematurely can put, you know, other people's limiting beliefs onto it. And, you know, this journey and working towards being the person that you want to be, the success that you want to bring in, all of those things includes being able to stand in your ability to take action towards the things that you want, not needing validation from other people, and not putting yourself in a position where your ideas could be compromised by someone else's limiting beliefs. The goal is to be completely stripped of limiting beliefs, of any kind of self-limiting beliefs, so that you can soar, you know, and fly without anybody trying to grab those wings. And, you know, sometimes people don't mean to do it. They really don't. But yeah, it is important to do that. And it's, you know, it's really nice spending time with myself and, you know, doing all of the groundwork of projects, figuring out what it's going to look like, what it's going to sound like, what are the inspirations, you know, cultivating that idea privately, and it becomes this sacred bonding between me and my creative spirit, and no one else is allowed to come into that space, and it becomes sacred. When it is like that, that's when it becomes so exciting to be working on it, and knowing that, like, it is going to be really great, and, like, you know, it becomes more exciting, and feeling that excitement is really, really helpful for pushing you forward. You know, you can use that excitement of, like, I really want to show people, I really can't wait to show people, and using that to keep propelling you forward towards that finish line. When I, like, first started getting into, you know, learning about all of this stuff You're just going on this journey that I've been going on to heal myself and to be a better person so that I can follow my dreams. There was this one video of Beyonce, and she's saying like, don't tell people what you're gonna do. Don't just dream about what you're gonna do. You do it. You be about it. And it pops up into my head every now and then. Just that concept, like, don't tell people what you're gonna do. You do it, and you be about it, and you show people. It's as simple as that. I think, it's a trap to, get in this constant cycle of stroking your own ego by, trying to sort of show people your value by being like, look at what I'm doing, look at this opportunity that I might be getting, and I do it still to this day. Sometimes I'll get opportunities and then I'll start telling people about it, and then all of a sudden gone. Yeah, but it only happens with some things. And I think just using your discernment, sometimes like you'll be able to tell when you just want to show off a little bit. And that's kind of when you get the little, like, the wrist slap from the universe. So yeah, it's very important to keep your ego in check, because it is definitely only useful for some things, and trust me, using it to show off, ugh. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves is when people show off. Probably because I was a show off back in the day. It's great to be proud of the things that you're doing. Don't get me wrong. It's great to be able to publicly celebrate that. Definitely use your discernment when it comes to showing off things that you don't have or haven't done yet. It is much better to wait, because if they don't have any expectations, it's just going to be that much more impactful. I hope that this video helped. I'm wishing you the best luck, and I hope that whatever you're working on gets to see the light of day, and that you are able to follow through with the opportunities that come your way. So, yeah. And I'll see you in the next one.